Rugged cliffs and crystal clear blue water are what Pictured Rock National Lakeshore is known for. We hike along this iconic lakeshore, taste test some of the UP's famous pasties, and we even take the dogs on their first ferry ride to Mackinac Island. Pictured Rock National Lakeshore sits on the northern coast of the Upper Peninsula and borders Lake Superior, and it is absolutely gorgeous. If you see pictures of it online, you're like, this is Michigan? We're so excited. This trail we're doing is a 10-mile loop trail, and you can go either direction through the loop. We're starting the way that is closer to Mosquito Falls, and then we are working our way up along the shore of Lake Superior, and based on pictures we've seen, the views should be spectacular, so we can't wait.
I'm curious how bad it's going to be. So you have Mosquito River, Mosquito Falls, and Mosquito Beach. How bad are the mosquitoes?
Well, despite the bug spray, we're already getting like attacked by them, so.
Will it only get worse? I'm excited. The views are going to be worth it.
We think we found Mosquito River. This river just runs right along the trail, and there's lots of mosquitoes around, so process of deduction? No, we actually looked at the map. This is Mosquito River. This trail actually goes through the Mosquito campground on the National Lakeshore, and Mosquito Beach is at the campground, and this is where you actually get your first glimpse of the water. Now, the beach was absolutely packed, so we chose not to go down there. We're going to continue hiking along the lakeshore to Chapel Beach. Welcome to Lake Superior. This is ridiculous. The water is crystal clear, it's blue, there's cliffs in the background. I just cannot believe that this is Michigan. Like, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The water is so blue and clear. You can see all the way down to the bottom, clear up here. And just looking out at this, like, I know Lake Superior is massive, but this just makes you feel like such an insignificant speck. It's crazy. And it's still super hazy out from the Canadian wildfires. So this arch is one of the main, I guess one of the most known features of the shoreline up here. And you get these beautiful views looking back at it while you're walking along this path. However, I feel like you got better views on the other side of it. Water doesn't look as blue from this angle for some reason. When we looked at it from the other direction, you could see just the crystal clear blue water, and I feel like it added to it.
Essentially how this hike is going is you slow down, you look out over the lake, you get the views, and then you get back on the trail and you speed up. Jess is on the mission now because I told her she couldn't have her next snack till mile 5.
My watch says 5 miles, but his thing only says 4.6, but I've decided my watch is correct.
And here we are. At least we got great views over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that I'm right, but this was the exact halfway point and where I was intending on having our snack.
Look, I cannot help I'm just faster than you.
According to her watch, we should have already been here.
I'm an extra half mile ahead of him, okay?
Now, honestly, the views here are beautiful. We're about 5.1 miles in, and we started towards Mosquito Falls first. And the only reason we did that was to put the sun at our back as we were hiking.
It looks like part of the cliff edge broke off into the water. It just looks so cool.
Erosion. Science. Bill Nye.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill.
It's just amazing how dramatic the coastline is here. It blows my mind just for Lake Superior in Michigan. Like, I think these dramatic views more in Oregon or like Maine, where we just were. It's so cool how it just opens up here. It's almost like a little beach on the cliff.
Yeah.
It's cool looking at the caves that kind of been carved out below the water over time. It looks like that arch was just created from it just falling apart.
Finally made it to Chapel Beach. It's about 7.5 miles from the Mosquito Falls route that we took, but it's only about 3 miles from the parking lot if you go the other way. So if you want to just come to the beach, definitely take that route because it's only 3 miles one way, so 6 miles total. This is Chapel Rock. It kind of looks like a creepy face.
Only 3.2 to go.
After Chapel Rock, we're heading away from the coast to Chapel Falls and back to the parking lot. Thank goodness. I'm so hungry. I want more than our snacks. We finally made it to Chapel Falls. This waterfall actually flows into Chapel Lake, and it's a lot bigger than Mosquito Falls, that's for sure. This is the last stop on our 10-mile hike that we have been at for over 5 hours. So we will see you guys back at the van. It took us just over 5.5 hours. We are starving, so I think first thing on the docket is to eat.
So the Upper Peninsula is famously known for pasties.
It came over from Cornwall in England. I don't know if you've heard of Cornish pasties before. I feel like they're pretty well known if you've traveled over there.
But if not, probably wouldn't have heard of them, honestly. There's 2 restaurants that kept popping up. One was Muldoon's, which is what we grabbed tonight. We're going to compare that to Lehto's. Lehto's is in the southeast region of the Upper Peninsula, so we're going to do that within the next 2 days, and we're going to decide who has the best pasty.
I don't think he said it before. Muldoon's is in Munising, which is near Pictured Rock.
Correct. So let's take a look at this guy. Okay, so we both got the traditional pasty, which is a beef, almost like a beef pot pie in your hand, I would say.
Yeah, so pasties are hand pies.
They were originally made for miners that came over because you could eat them without utensils. They also came with a side of gravy.
Yes. I'm going to try without the gravy first, I think.
Lots of onion, beef. What else do we got?
Carrots?
I think they got carrots. There were some vegetables in there.
Potatoes?
Yep, potatoes definitely. Now let's try it with the gravy. It's good. I feel like it'd be really good on a cold day though.
Mm-hmm.
Like a good winter meal. Good hearty winter meal. All right, all right.
They also had chicken and veggie, but they were sold out of those already. So.
Right, we were going to try different flavors. So obviously popular place.
All right, now we got to figure out where we're staying for tonight. We still haven't figured out where we're staying, but while we're here, we decided to take a dip in the lake.
Well earned. Oh yeah, this will cool you down real fast.
All right, I'm gonna go underwater. Now I'm second guessing it.
See if it gets a little deeper. Ooh, I feel like it gets shallower.
You can see through the water.
I know.
I'm asking.
This is much needed after Pasties and that huge hike today.
Yeah, I felt like I was overheating.
Jess is like, we gotta go. I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna vomit. I don't know. I'm sweating. I don't know. This will cool you down real quickly, though.
Oh, it's not bad.
No.
It's not bad at all.
She made it half a second. Yeah, not that bad at all.
The sunset behind us.
Look at that.
It's so hazy, though.
It is. So last night after we left the beach, Jess came down with a migraine and she struggled. We're currently buried in the Hiawatha National Forest at a campsite. She's finishing getting ready. Up, I hear her actually. She's up. She's alive.
I'm alive. It was a rough one. Yesterday evening, I basically just, if you've had a migraine, you know, you just crash. You just have to go to sleep. You just have to crash out. So we got into this campsite and I just went straight to bed. I have no idea what Kevin did. But it's beautiful.
This campsite we ended up at is, I didn't realize how low of clearance for the pines there were going to be. So at one point I got out to move a tree and I told Jess to just go forward a little bit. In her daze, she just kind of left me and took that as I'm just going to keep driving. So I'm trying to get her to stop, so she stops like hitting all these branches, since the objective was for me to actually move the branches since they were small out of the way, and she would not stop. So
this is what you get when you ask someone who's like trying to survive and not like vomit and
with
just
me
wants to get to camp and go to sleep.
I'm like screaming, but stop, for the love of God, just stop. But we made it, so we're gonna show you though on the way out how tight this was getting back here.
Yeah.
As you can see, we got branches all over, panels. That's all from just yesterday getting here, but it looks like it survived.
Like a tree branch in the car. So it's wider at the entrance to this road. It just gets narrower the farther you go down. Definitely if you have a low roof vehicle, this would be way better for you. Oh boy. One more tight spot here. I think we're just gonna have like, our van's gonna be pine scented by candles. Kevin's moving branches out of the way as needed. Okay, we made it out.
We are headed out of the Hiawatha National Forest. We're gonna go check out Kitch-iti-kipi. It's a fun thing to say. Kitch-iti-kipi. Kitch-iti-kipi.
Say that 10 times fast.
Yeah, say that 10 times fast. Okay, change of plans. We're gonna go get the dogs because we pulled up and there was a line to get in there. So I did see dogs need to be leashed, which means you can't have pets. I'm assuming they can't go on the raft, but we will probably head back there after we get the pups and get some diesel because we're low on that. He's back.
They're back. What, are those other big dogs? we got the dogs and some diesel, and now we're finally headed to Kitch-iti-kipi. We did have a late start this morning just because I think I slept for like 11 hours after that migraine. So today is not quite going as planned, but we're trying to make up some time. So it's already noon and we've literally done like nothing. So we better get moving. On to Kitch-iti-kipi. Kitch-iti-kipi is a natural spring. It's 40 feet deep, 10,000 gallons a minute come up through the sandy bottom, and the overflow flows down to Indian Lake. The water is clear blue, and there's actually this boat that you can take out that slowly moves its way across so you can see straight down. There's a big wheel on the raft and people can take turns pulling the wheel to wheel the boat across the spring. Kitch-iti-kipi was nuts. It was absolutely packed in there. The line for the raft was so long, we decided not to do it because it would have probably taken 3 very slow raft rides to actually get on. So, we are back in the van and we are headed up to Munising to get some lunch. We got smoked trout dip and fish basket that has trout and whitefish and fries. This dip is delicious. Perfect amount of trout and creaminess, and there's dill in it. These homemade pita chips.
So this one's the captain's basket, and it has lake trout and whitefish in it, and they're both fried in the fish and chips style fashion. What I really like about it is the breading isn't overly thick and it's not overly greasy. It's a good, just simple fried fish, and it's freaking delicious.
After eating lunch, we headed to the beach. Going in. Actually, this way.
Get it! Yeah! There you go.
Oh! Get it!
Get it! What are you doing?
The shelter told us he was a lab mix, but he doesn't swim. I call him my defective lab.
Oh, he's a buddy.
I just realized we never said where we were. So we are at the Lake Superior Overlook in Pictured Rock, and it's closer to Grand Maurice, I don't know how to say it,
yeah.
On that side of, I guess.
So the far east side of the park.
Yeah, the far east side of the park, but it's a lot more secluded over here. We're one of a few people at this beach.
And you can still look for rocks. There's a bunch of people doing that.
Yeah, and you can still look for rocks.
I found this cool one.
It's 5 o'clock and it's starting to rain, and we have almost a 2-hour drive to the next pasty place. So we are going to pack our stuff up at the beach and get the dogs cleaned up because they are absolutely covered in sand.
Oh, hi. How's your rock, Dad?
Just like flung sand all over me.
Hi, guys. Oh, yeah, we got my towel. Oh, boy.
We stopped by Lehto's or Lehto's.
It was one of them.
To get some of their pasties to try. We tried the Muldoon ones yesterday, so let's give these ones a try. So we each got a beef pasty. Oh, they're warm. They're super warm. These ones have rutabaga in them instead of carrot.
Yes.
Got a big thing of gravy too.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it looks like before we're eating it. I'm gonna try it without the gravy first.
I think the gravy isn't as thick as yesterday, too.
The pastry crust is thinner on this than the other one, so you get the meat immediately in your first bite.
Okay.
I think I like this one better.
Yeah.
Like, this has more flavor without the gravy. The other one, you needed to add the gravy to get a bit more flavor.
And I feel like it was almost just like a pre-made patty in there. Like, this feels juicier, or tastes juicier to me.
Yeah. I'll show you guys the inside first.
Lehto's pasties are the favorite.
Both of them are really good, so I guess if you're in St. Ignace, get these Lehto's or Lehto's ones. If you're up near Munising, go to Muldoon's.
Let's stop by Captain Ron's too. That was really good.
So after we ate our pasties, we came to find our camp spot for the night, and this is it. This gorgeous view of the Mackinac Bridge right on Lake Michigan. So we're gonna enjoy our evening here, and we will see you guys tomorrow morning. Look at my pillow. There's just little bugs everywhere. They were all outside when we came in last night. How did they get in here?
These things are everywhere. Wow. They had to come into the fan.
There must have been more of this. I think they're smaller than the screen. I'm just killing bugs back here, it's fine. I ended up with a lapdog for that ride.
Welcome to Mackinac Island, where horse-drawn carriages are your primary mode of transportation. You will also notice a ton of bikes on this island, as it's estimated there's almost 1,500 bike rentals for people to just take all around the island. The island's not that big, so it's easy to do.
We just finished lunch. We were gonna get lunch from the famous Pink Pony, but they don't allow dogs and they don't have takeout. So we found a place called Millie's Tavern and we got some sandwiches and they were absolutely delicious. Behind me is the oldest building in Michigan, Fort Mackinac. It was built by the British during the Revolutionary War, and we're gonna go up and check it out now.
After the cannon salute, we explored the different buildings in the fort and enjoyed the beautiful views of the island.
Fort Mackinac was pretty interesting. It was really cool seeing the cannon salute go off, and it was definitely loud. And they do a good job of explaining everything and the history behind it and how it's an 1840s cannon, even though they're representing 1880s, because essentially by that time the fort becoming a national park and was no longer needed for the newest technology. It was a 6-pound cannon, in case you're interested.
Beautiful. We're walking back to town on Lakeshore Drive. It's a two-way bike traffic / walk traffic, and it's absolutely gorgeous. You're just walking right along Lake Huron. And I believe this road goes all the way around the island, so you can explore just the whole entire coast. Mackinac Island is known for their fudge. So we got two different kinds. We got Murdoch's and we got Joanne's to see which one we like better. These pieces of fudge are absolutely massive too.
We also just realized we might have been saying Mackinac and not Mackinac all day. So it's Mackinac, Mackinac. right?
Yeah. I got a chocolate one from each one so we could taste test and compare. So we'll start with Murdoch's. It's a good chocolate fudge. It's chocolatey and sweet, but it's not too overpowering. It's a nice chocolate. All right, let's see how Joanne's compares. This reminds me of something, and I'm trying to figure out. This chocolate flavor reminds me more of like a brownie batter, like brownie chocolate. What's the other one? Now I gotta taste them next to each other. These taste totally different.
All right.
This almost has more of a cocoa flavor. I'm not sure, like I can't tell you what's different about them, but they taste totally different.
All right. All right. In the 2025 Fudge Off on Mackinac Island, we're gonna start with Murdoch's for me. Good consistency, not too sweet, a simple chocolate. I like it. That's a good one. All right. Now Joanne's. It does. It definitely tastes different. Maybe, yeah. Maybe it has a little bit of a brownie mix to it.
Yeah. Like more cocoa-y.
Yeah, more.
They taste totally different though.
I'm gonna be honest.
I think I like Joanne's better.
I'm gonna go Joanne's on this one.
Agreed.
Agreed. 2025 Fudge Off Mackinac Island goes to Joanne's. Great work.
We took the ferry back to the mainland and we are all exhausted, but we have one more thing to do. We're crossing the Mackinac Bridge to get back into the lower peninsula of Michigan.
This bridge separates Lake Michigan and Lake Huron.
So when you're driving south, Lake Huron is on your left and Lake Michigan is on your right.
The bridge is 5 miles long and the longest suspension bridge in the Western Hemisphere.
That's it for our adventures in Michigan's beautiful Upper Peninsula. Please like and subscribe if you liked our videos. We'll see you guys on the next one.